Hello and welcome to the Carbitrage Podcast, episode 277. I am Eric Berger, joined as always by my co-host Ryan Soninsky. Hello.
Hey, there we go. That's me. Hi,
Jana,
Gina, why
welcome.
did you show this to me right now?
Hi.
Hi.
I'm here
We're
too.
really good at intros. What did you just show Ryan?
Her grandmother, or
No,
sorry,
not my
her
grandmother.
step-grandmother.
My grandpa's wife posted on my cousin's wall, "Hi Matt, happy birthday." Because it's his birthday today, and it's sweet that she doesn't understand how Facebook works.
I love that. That's very cute. That's
okay.
actually very cute.
All right,
But
that is very endearing, but
You showed that to me.
Sorry.
Really bad. Gina has this thing where she has like the worst possible
timing? That's fine. It's
Where
good,
it'll
though.
be middle of the night. There'll be somebody walking across the street, and she'll go, "Ah!" And I'm like, "What the fuck?" And she goes, "Oh, is this TikTok I saw?" I'm like, "No more.
Want to see my taser?
No more. No more TikToking in the car." Because I almost swerved at that guy. Because I thought I was gonna hit somebody else.
It's not quite a scream. It's a gasp, but it's a rattly gasp.
It's an alarming noise.
We'll say it's a loud.
It's a loud,
Alarming.
abrupt, alarming noise that happens when I'm operating a motor vehicle. It's nothing that I want.
Patreon.com/Carbitrage. On
Anyway.
our super customized Patreon page, you'll find 3 open-ended levels of support starting at just 99 cents a month. Patreon.com/Carbitrage.
And once again, thanks to our newest patrons, Nick Hino and Andrew Chase.
Yes, thank you guys. Do appreciate you. And Ryan has been on my case. I will get going on a new round of merch for both you and the existing Patreon patrons.
Is it going to be podcast or podcast merch?
I should make it podcast.
We need our run of podcast koozies.
I have so many left. I've been like leaving them places carelessly, and I still have like 75.
So I have a mini topic I want to talk about before I talk about
do
the
it.
topic.
Let's do it.
When you were
Yo,
in
dog.
the restroom, I told you about the Ford Vedette.
I see
And I
it
said,
now.
this is a French Ford from the 1940s.
Does it have a flathead?
Yes.
Nice.
Do you want to guess how big it is?
Oh, wait, how went 40s?
Late 40s, early 50s.
Dang it. It's going to use the bell.
Yeah, no, it's supposed to work.
Okay.
How big do you think the flathead is?
Is it a
There's-
4 or an 8 cylinder?
They're both 8s. There's
Okay.
2 options.
1.6 liters.
Ooh, you're actually really close.
The big ones here were like 2.2 at that time.
And that was the optional engine for this one.
Ooh.
This one was a 160 cubic inch 2.2 liter.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, 60 horsepower.
Wow. I bet it was a wet engine, though.
Oh yeah, it was the best. It was the best 60 horsepower you could get. So yeah, it was very, very, very cool. It's originally conceived by Edsel Ford.
Who was actually kind of a cool dude.
Yeah, Edsel Ford is really rad. It
No, his
was.
father though. His father
Can
was-
you click on the? I don't know how to say this word, and it's
don't
gonna
wanna
make me say
accidentally
something
say
that's not safe for work. If I
Ford Vedette?
no, if you look in their Wikipedia,
Oh, let
Can
me
you
get out of
read-
the image.
can you read the first sentence and tell me the name of the plant?
Originally conceived by Edsel Ford and a Ford designer.
No,
Eugene...
but the sentence above that.
Oh,
The Ford Vedette is a large car formerly manufactured by Ford SAF in there. I can't.
Poisy.
Poisy? Okay. So it's not pussy.
It is not pussy. Okay. It's Poisy.
I wanted to make sure I was pronouncing
This
that.
car came from a big Poisy.
But yeah, so you can.
Do you need me to go to google.fr and have it say it for us?
No, that's okay. I just wanted to make sure.
My, what a nice
I
Poisy.
wanted you to pronounce that 'cause I was
Poisy.
gonna fuck that up.
Hi, Ryan. What were you going to say?
I already said it. I'm
Yes, I
not
know.
saying it anymore.
That's fine. Hello, viewer.
Anyway, it only weighed 2,600 pounds.
Oh, that would be sprightly then, even with
Yeah.
60 horsepower.
Yeah, it's a 3-speed column shift, which is the correct.
Did it have any
transmission.
synchro meshes?
Yes.
Ooh,
I think actually 2.3 was synchro mesh.
nice.
On that,
Very
on
good.
that.
That would be a joy to drive.
First was not synchro mesh.
No,
but
of course it
2.3
wouldn't be.
was, if I'm not mistaken. I will tell you, everybody should drive a 3-speed column shift manual
It's a-
flathead. It is
It is a joy.
it is literally my favorite transmission.
That's like driving a modern Rolls-Royce Phantom. It forces you to just be chill while you drive, and it's super enjoyable.
You enjoy it. You're happy about it. So, anyway,
This says you could get a 3.9 liter Mistral SV.
yeah. So that was the 236 or whatever it was.
That
Yeah.
must have been. That's big displacement. That
Yeah,
must have been like an APA.
that would have been, that was an actual like 100 horsepower. So you
Okay.
could have a 60 horsepower or 100 horsepower.
I
And
love that they have French words too.
Yeah.
Action and Mistral.
it's great. And what I really love, so all right, I know that you prefer sedans.
I absolutely do.
I really love how wacky the body lines are on the coupe, though. So
Oh,
that
this
looks
is
great.
a
No,
sedan.
sedan's beautiful. Don't get me wrong. If you go to the main photo, that one.
Yeah. Is this a
look at-
coupe?
This is the coupe, the two-door, I guess. It's a two-door sedan, technically. But,
Is this like a business coupe or what the hell they call these things?
yeah, it's just a two-door sedan.
Okay.
But if you look at how silly long the hood is compared to the roof,
Uh-huh.
I love that.
Well, it's got a big old engine in it.
It's like a small road penis.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it is.
The road chode, actually.
A road penis is what you call like a 50s or 60s Jaguar, where the
Yeah,
back of the car, when you have
I
the
get
top
it.
up, it looks like a.
But it's alarming to hear.
And it doesn't rhyme like road chode.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's a road penis. But anyway,
Thank you, Ford France, for giving us a road penis.
yeah, this is great. But so if you have like some like ideas like how big this is 105-inch wheelbase,
'Kay.
which a CB7 Accord had 102-inch wheelbase. So this is about the size of a Camry.
Okay.
Length is 177 inches, again, about the size of a Camry. They did extend it in 1952 to make it a little bit longer, to be 183 inch wheelbase, or 183 inches bumper to bumper, which is, again, like maybe about the size of a first-gen Lexus LS. This is still a pretty small car relative to modern day.
I guess.
But when you see what they did with it, it eventually became a very beautiful 50s fin-tail car.
I see
That
that.
looks great, and that's still very small. I love that.
This has kind of the vibes of the, what was it, the whatever SS from South America.
Oh, the Opal?
Yeah.
Yeah, similar, where it's just like small muscle car
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
No,
Small, diminutive Americana is
Yeah.
kind of cool.
no, that's my favorite form of Americana is when it's small American cars, because that's what originally got me into Japanese cars.
Yep.
Is I found about the liftback Celica, and then I found the Mitsubishi Dolomite. Or
Well, not even
Dolomite,
that, but
the
it was-
Debonair, the Mitsubishi Debonair.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, that entire subculture of people that love American culture.
but like they're just
Right.
yeah, and
yeah.
they just want a small version of it. It's great.
They mod cars. Who says they don't?
They do actually. Yeah, they have
I
a really cool
understand.
thing.
We've talked about it. It's actually really, really cool.
Yeah.
That's the Americana that I prefer to actual Americana.
Yeah, when it's interpreted via a different lens. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, because they just distill it to like what it should be.
That's not what we're used to.
And then
but
you
I
could
like it.
also get a convertible of the Vedette. So that's very cool. So it's like post-war, like World War II just ended. You can get a Sunliner two-door Landaulet based saloon where you have a roll-down roof on the entire cabin.
Oh, that's where Landau came from. Landaulet.
Yeah.
Just talked about this morning with somebody.
Oh, weird. Yeah, that's along the way. Yeah, sorry, I could have told you that. But yeah, you can get a Landaulet where it's just like a normal sedan, but with a roll-down roof,
Ryan, we know some weird shit.
a la De Chevaux.
Ah, I do like a De Chevaux. Oh, it's like the bean tin roof
Exactly.
or whatever.
Exactly.
Very
Yep.
cool.
And then there's the two-door coupe, and then the Cabriolet Decapitable.
Decapitable.
Yeah, a two-door convertible.
Okay.
So-
Oh,
And then that fastback that you saw.
I think that literally means decapitatable,
Yes.
which means you could take the head off.
Yep.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay, France, I appreciate the literalist
They're
point of view there.
They're
embracing their heritage.
Yeah.
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 And so,
This car has gone through the factory guillotine. Is it beautiful?
that's the term for the power-operated sunroof or soft top is a guillotine.
You look through the
roof.
French the service
Like
manual, like
guillotine.
to service the guillotine mechanism. Apply 1 kilogram of French flour lard
Yeah, exactly.
to gear train A, and forcing the advanced crowbar most forwardly.
That's exactly how it'd be written.
I love
And then their sedan that they had
Oh.
had suicide doors.
the 4-door, nice.
Yeah, the
Hell yeah.
four-door had suicide doors. So there was there was
So I can have
never
a flathead and suicide door.
you get a flathead with suicide doors and a roll-down roof. That sounds like a perfect car. I can't think of anything wrong with that.
Especially if it had a 3 on the tree.
Yeah, a manual only column shift. Like, this is a perfect vehicle. Like,
I would buy that and take it to the 50s. That's how much I like that.
this is genuinely, I can't think of very many cars I would call a perfect vehicle.
Can I get a decapitable on the shoebox style one, or is that only
That's what
the
I'm
50s
saying.
one?
That's what I'm saying is the roll down roof. The decapitable is the 2-door convertible.
Oh,
But
I want a 4-door.
the Sunliner is the name of the Landaulet. That was the Landaulet. And that could be had with suicide doors. So you get suicide doors and a flathead and a roll down roof.
I wonder how cheap
and
they are.
a column shift manual. I have no idea. I've literally just recently learned about this incredible vehicle.
Time to hop on leboncoin.fr and see
See if you
what
can
they
find-
got.
find
I
a
was
Vedette.
recently looking, actually Scott was looking too, for Avantimes.
Yeah, good.
There were some road registered in 2001, so I might only have to wait 3 years. We're getting very
That's
close.
brilliant. I love that.
I
You're
gotta
getting
start
so
planning
close
that
to
trip.
getting
So
that.
I am so pumped. And I talked to Neil.
You could probably get yourself a container, and you can put a Aventine and a Vedette.
I've
in the same
actually.
container.
It sounds like Scott also wants to go to France when I go to get the Avantime, and he
What-
will buy some other
Roughly,
car
what
as
year
well.
would this be?
3 years from now.
That would be about when we're doing our honeymoon as well. Maybe we could all just fly down there
Yeah.
together, and then we could.
I already talked to Neil. He said French paperwork is no problem, and he's willing to import the car for me. So
Brilliant, good.
And he speaks French, so
Yeah, well, yeah, Scott speaks much better French than I do, but I could definitely fumble through.
yeah.
Yeah.
So we were gonna go, Italy through Ukraine.
Yeah, your
and places
plan
like that.
sounded fantastic.
Yeah,
Yeah,
'cause you were gonna
we'll
get it, I
have
can remember, but-
at the end of this episode, I will walk you through what we're going to do for our honeymoon and the reason why it's not going to be directly after our wedding.
Probably because it's going to take some planning and fund aggregation, I'm guessing.
Yes.
fund aggregation, more importantly.
Yes.
Because I want it to be like a memorable trip. My parents offered to fly us down to Florida and use their condo for free, and I was like,
No.
no. I
wanna
want
enjoy
I want,
this.
like,
That's
the
where I'm
whole
going to
point-
finish out my life. That's not where I'm going to start it. Thank
Is it
you.
I'm
the
not
point
gonna
of a
go there
honeymoon?
ever.
It's actually lovely in January.
Yeah, but like the point of a honeymoon is to like have memories and like fun, not let's just do a trip because we just got married.
Correct.
Yeah, I want to go see Archduke Franz Ferdinand's stilt and
We'll
Goff
get
and
to
stilt.
it. We'll get to
No,
that.
we can hear about it.
No,
No, that's okay.
we I already told him about
Yeah.
Yeah,
And you're
yeah.
going to buy, I
Well,
can't remember the car, but you're going to buy like,
a Zaz 968
you can do that at the beginning of the trip, so you
Or
can do your entire
968.
trip in the Zaz, right?
I don't trust the Zaz that much. I want to actually be
We
able to
wanna
bring
do
this to
trees.
America. I want to break. If it's gonna break down, it's gonna break down here.
Okay, so
I'm not importing a broken car. I'm importing a car that will then break down here.
Hey, man, me too, probably.
Yeah, you will. That's exactly it.
Because-
And that's what I'm saying. Like, wow, this is great timing. Because we could just have all of our cars leave the port
Luckily.
at the same time, and we could have the most incredible road trip back to Minnesota.
We're going to pull up at Quarry Motors, and Neil's going to be like, fucking hell.
having Zaz, you're having Aventine.
Scott's going to have like a 205 GTI.
No, Scott will have found something even weird. He's have like a 1007,
Oh, yeah. Except those were only the paddle shift.
but it had the sliding side.
I
doors.
understand. Like the super heavy underpowered auto, not even auto, like smart era.
Yeah,
Manumatic. Oh, God, they were so bad.
it's just the worst vehicle. Scott will find something even more weird.
No,
It'll be
he's already
great.
sent me like Fiat Bravo HGTs, the car that he bought when he lived in France. He sent me those because those will be eligible
Oh, very
in a
good.
year or two. I'm like, yeah, but there aren't any good ones left. Like, those cars all got used up because nobody cares about a Fiat Bravo HGT, and every one of them has been parted out for the engine to put into a Fiat Coupe
That makes sense.
because they had the same powertrain.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Anyway,
Anyway,
really good at digressions. But since we're talking about Quarry Motors spares in the United Kingdom, where we're probably
yeah,
going to
we'll
leave
flip
all of our
our
stuff.
two things here. That is
Oh,
fixed.
I'm sorry, I forgot about. No.
No, because I screwed up all of our topics.
No, it's fine.
I'm just gonna move all my topics down one. You tell me your Brexit UK
Okay.
parliamentary finally does.
So we were talking about how horrific the post-Brexit Parliament has been, much like the early '90s when we were talking about the Lotus Carlton, where they hate everyone and everything and the pores.
Yes.
But although post-Brexit UK has been very much on the green bus, implementing very strict congestion charges, banning gasoline-powered vehicles from the city, things like that, They actually had a good piece of news this week where they passed some legislation stating in 2035, when all of their combustion new car ban was going into place, they're still going to allow boutique small mark auto manufacturers to make 1,000 combustion vehicle models per year.
Ooh, wait a minute. Is this combustion entirely or petrol combustion?
Combustion. So diesel and gasoline.
And hydrogen.
Well, sure, but hydrogen combustion and hydrogen fuel cell are two different things.
They still use a piston.
I understand.
They both combust.
I understand.
Legally, hydrogen is all going to be combustion.
There's also probably going to be some synthetic fuel options, but like it's the engine type.
Yes.
So like I'm guessing a hydrogen combustion engine vehicle will fall under this, and a hydrogen fuel cell vehicle will fall under the unregulated bullshit.
So,
But
okay.
this is good news because it's
Yeah,
actually double
kinda.
the amount of units that most
I'm
of these
just
people
thinking
are allowed to
about
use right now.
how every British politician's a complete idiot.
Yes.
Like, literally, Boris Johnson was a reasonable candidate.
Well, yeah.
So, and this is the thing. This leads into my topic
Okay.
as well.
Perfect. Well,
That-
I'm going to open up your link too then. There we go. Here's an
And that
A86.
is that. So Toyota did the A86, an electric A86. Nope, that's not it.
That was your link, I thought.
I know. I said we'll do the one ahead of.
Oh, sorry. Let me go back to this real quick, and then
The A86.
the GU Exchange.
No, the one right below Ford Vedette. Ford Vedette, then the one we skipped. So you could talk about your Brexit thing. Oh my God, it says EV888 up.
Highlight
That
the
one.
link, please. That's the one I clicked on.
No, it isn't. Shit, it is. Anyway,
So just tell me about the thing, or
it
tell
was
me what to
supposed to be
Google.
a Japanese nostalgia car link. I'll just put a picture of a cat. So Toyota did a project where they did it the EV A86 and a hydrogen AE86.
I didn't know that.
Oh shit. Okay. Then
That's
yeah, I
kinda
need to
cool.
get you a real life thing. And this is why I was
Oh,
mentioning
here's a cat in
hydrogen.
the meantime.
Perfect.
That's Mr. Waffles.
What a boy.
I know. He's
Ooh.
probably dead now because this picture is like 12 years old, but he's such a cutie. Look at that Scottish fold.
10 out of 10. But anyway,
Scottish
so
The footies.
yeah, Toyota had their
Sorry, I probably super derailed the episode. But
no,
it's fine.
it's entirely broken.
Just like a French car.
Yep.
Once we put it in a shipping container
All right.
and it gets all the
So
sea salt
I
on
put
it.
my link in a bad spot. It's right below the Ford Vedette link. Like, just you have to do a little bit of reading. It'll be the one that says
Okay,
Japanese
I see it
nostalgia
now.
car.
I see it
Cool.
now. I see it
Click that.
Bam.
So yeah, Toyota did a hydrogen A86 and an electric A86.
Are they real cars?
Yes, these are being driven
Why-
at a racetrack.
I want one.
So
I want an electric A86.
what I was saying is like Toyota's putting a ton of effort into hydrogen. So England making all internal combustion engines illegal is going to be a big problem because then Toyota's just going to pull out and they're going to be stuck with Jaguars.
Yeah, but it's the UK. Who cares about them?
I guess they don't like people having cars anyway.
Correct.
So.
We've heard about that.
And also, they buy like 3 cars a year, so, and they're not even part of the fucking EU. So who cares about England? Nobody cares about them.
Nobody cares about England.
Anyway, so England, and besides, the UK is about to break up, so Scotland will be its own country,
Oh yeah.
and I'm okay with that.
Then I really want to go to Wales and Scotland. Hopefully they're all
no,
separate entities.
Wales and England, they're butt buddies, so they're
No.
gonna be stuck together. Wales, Scotland, and Isle of Man are all butt buddies together. But no, not Scotland. Wales, Isle of Man, and England are all butt buddies. Scotland and Ireland don't like England,
Okay.
which I think is good. I think Scotland and Ireland should be independent.
I really want to go to Ireland.
Me too.
I also don't like the king, so I think he's a wanker.
I don't
and
even know who the king
King
is, so-
Charles, he's an absolute fucking
Sounds like a douche
pisser.
rocket.
He sucks. He's the guy that cheated on Diana for somebody that was less attractive and less perfect. That guy. He's the king. He has the sausage fingers.
I don't watch the internet.
You've never seen the Prince Charles sausage fingers?
No.
Wow, he's got some crazy sausage fingers.
I don't know.
He's a bad dude.
Yeah, he's a very bad person.
He's Prince Henry's father.
Yeah, I don't know any of these names.
Prince William.
No. I don't follow like anything. except
Look at
cats.
these bad boys.
Oh, wow. He's not medically well.
No, his fingers are made of sausage.
That's got to be a lot lot of incest to get fingers
Look at
like
this
that.
man. Oh, those are actually sausages.
I apologize, headphone listeners, because that hurt my ears so much. I love that the first one you showed me was actually photoshopped sausage.
I didn't notice it. He's got sausage fingers.
No, there's a lot of incest and actual Nazis in his blood. So.
Yeah, he sucks. Anyway,
Wow.
So Toyota made a hydrogen and an EV converted A86 and hooned the shit out of him on a racetrack. And so, what's kind of cool about this is probably the most important thing that Toyota's done in many years, because every single person that was in charge of one of these projects has since been moved into Toyota's C-suite. These are all now Toyota executives that did this, which is probably the best thing for Toyota's future. And this is like right after Akio Toyoda announced that he was stepping down and the founder passed away, that they are totally in good hands. Because Koji Sato was the CEO. He was the head of Gazoo Racing. He's now the CEO of Toyota.
So he's the new guy. Okay,
yeah.
good. So he does have some good
no,
characteristics.
he does, totally. Masahiro Sasaki was the test driver, and I think he's moving up to Gazoo Racing. It's all very, very good here. Yeah, so Gazoo Racing and Lexus head is Koji Sato, and he's going to be the CEO. The Gazoo Racing vacancy will be filled by Toyoma Takahashi, who is the leader of the hydrogen converted AE86 project.
Hydrogen's great. People just need to
Yes.
learn how to extract it without using like twice as much energy as it takes.
Exactly. And then Takeshi Watanabe, who oversaw the electric Levin, will move on to being the head of Lexus.
Watanabe is such a cool word.
It's a very good last name. So yeah, the guy that did the EV A86 is going to be the head of Lexus. The guy that did the hydrogen A86 is going to be the head of Gazoo Racing.
Hell yeah. I'm about that.
And then the
Kazoo
head of...
sounds like kazoo.
I know it does.
Which is what
It's
they
great.
sound like when they're racing.
It's actually onomatopoeia of the sound of a car driving by.
I love that.
Oh, that's...
Isn't it great?
I love onomatopoeias.
Yeah, it's a literate onomatopoeia of the sound of a car driving by. I love that. That's my favorite thing.
Of course it is. It's Japan.
They're the best. They're really great. Like Japan's Japan is
perfect
so
sense.
capable of being a great place.
Yeah, they just have no interest in being the great place. Like you could do this. Yeah, we could.
Yeah, they could. It's literally like it's like Stephanie Shu's character in Everything Everywhere All at Once. She's just seen everything. She's been there. She's done that, and she's just like exists now.
God.
But yeah,
I'm
this
sorry,
is great.
Japan.
Like literally, this one project spawned all of the heads of Toyota at this point,
Nice.
which is so cool. So
I feel like that's the part of the company that all like the good 5-year runs of Toyota that like come and go in time are all those guys, and then the rest of it's the bureaucracy winning.
And that's the thing is the actual Toyota family does want, because it's their name tied to it,
Right.
and so that's
And I
why
assume
they
some pride.
yeah, and they have a lot of pride in that, and like that's why the founder of Toyota that passed away wanted Akio Toyota to take over during his lifetime, because the guy that was in charge before Akio was a bean counter, and he didn't want to see his company be a bean counter company. He wanted his company to be great, and so
And that kind of shows with their recent projects.
yeah, and that's exactly what it. And so yeah, it's quite brilliant. I'm very excited for this. Toyota's gonna have a good future, and I like the concept of hydrogen. I mean, the hydrogen one apparently was noticeably slower, but it was more fun. So
Yeah, but I mean, they said they retained the 4A and like it was minimal modifications. They
yeah,
said, so it's
yeah,
like,
exactly.
and that's,
So that's, I mean, it's still a car fast.
Yeah.
Like just enjoy the car. Like
I
cars are meant to be enjoyed.
am, for the record, 100% about hydrogen or some other synthetic fuel being used in combustion vehicles for the foreseeable future.
Yeah.
But right now, there's no ecological way to do it. So,
Yeah, exactly.
why don't you do your next one in line, just because my brain is too small to go out of order.
Okay. And then you're going to do 2 at the end.
Yeah.
All right.
It's whatever. We both
So,
talk about both topics.
I bet you didn't wake up today thinking I'm going to see a Toyota 8.6 style CB. But
I don't
guess
even-
what? Today's your lucky day. Will you please click that GooNet exchange?
did, just
Good.
now.
That is a Toyota 8.6 style CB.
So, CB changes the headlights, bumpers. What does it mean?
I don't know anything about this, and nor do I want to. I like the mystery of this. How do you feel about this?
I don't know. Like the
I don't
fascia
hate
looks
it.
nice, but like it doesn't match with any of the other body lines of the car. I feel like they needed to do like skirts too or something.
Well, if you actually look,
Let's try to look at the back.
it does blend more into the rear of the car. It's just the front fascia.
Oh, they don't. Oh, okay. Oh, from the front, it actually looks fantastic.
Yeah. This is the thing is it blends better than a Ferrari 512 TR did.
Oh yeah.
Because the 512 TR I hate.
I know you do. Just
It's
like you hate
bad.
the arrow headlight Fox body, and you're
Yeah,
wrong.
that's bad as well.
Nope.
The correct Fox body is the original Fox body. The
Incorrect.
77 to 1980 Fox body was the best looking Fox body. Everything was worse. This Tom's exhaust.
Oh, I
very
love
cool.
the Tom's exhaust.
So yeah, this is a car that's for sale in Japan for $32,000.
3.2 million yen. I don't know what that.
3.2 million yen to USD.
I don't. Oh, I do have a smart speaker over there. You could yell at it. Okay, what year is this?
JPY to
2015.
Yeah, it's a new one. It's $23,000. Okay, that's fair. That's a totally fair price for like a really nicely well modified.
So was
10
this a
out of 10
factory
condition.
option
That's
or?
the thing. I think it was. I think this was like a factory optional thing where
It's
like
a little bulbous in the front
it is
from
a
the
bit,
side profile.
but I think with the right set of wheels that kind of work. I
I-
kind of don't hate it.
The direct front angle is really good.
I'm kind of a fan of this. I kind of like the air of like sort of like not really secrecy but like mystery around it right now.
Yeah, you
This
see
is
that
a
on the road, you're
strange
like,
little
what
thing. It's just like
the hell?
yeah, like it's just a Toyota 8.6 style CV. There you go.
All right.
You didn't wake up thinking that you're going to see that today, and here you are saying
Did
it.
they sell whatever this is also in a manual transmission?
Of course, yeah.
Okay, good. Whew. This
Yeah.
one's an auto. That's why I asked.
So, all right, it was an official thing.
So what does CB stand for?
No fucking clue.
I thought that'd be an NFC.
No, no. Wow, but like they revised all the logos to say CB on them, and they actually had like a better interior.
The interior got changed too?
Yeah. Here, I found
The
another-
listing photos are particularly bad, so.
Yeah, it's GooNet Exchange. It's just a website.
Great
That's a-
name, though.
Yeah, it's a great name. But that is a website that just aggregates used car listings in Japan for importers.
Okay.
So that's where I find like a lot of weird cars. So like a while back, I was like quizzing you about all the weird names for Japanese names for American model cars, like the Pronard.
The Highlander and all
Yeah,
that
the
other.
Pronard, the Clugger, stuff
The
like that.
Clugger. I love the Clugger.
But if you go to this Net Car Show link,
Oh, you dropped another one.
that's got some like glamour shots of the CB when it was first announced.
Net car show.
But it has a different like.
Oh wow, that looks really good in the studio. And yeah, those wheels are much better.
Yeah, those wheels are much. I just said the right set of wheels I think would make this work, and like it's got like a better interior.
Huh. Oh wow, yeah, the dashboard's got like that open pore
Yeah.
wood, different
Isn't that cool?
badges. What the hell, dude?
Yeah, this is a cool car.
It's got like wow, it's got Daihatsu Copan headlights. I swear.
Yeah, no, this is great. Like I
And there's
really like this.
6-speed manual. Hell yeah.
That's a cool car.
I do not know what I'm seeing right now,
I don't
but
know either, but
importing that fascia and putting it
Yep,
on a
that-
GTBR Z86.
yeah,
Oh,
that is definitely something that you'd want to import. I would like to have a style CB.
That is so weird.
It's really good. It works so. It should not work, but
Yeah.
it works so well.
I mean, the photographer's obviously a pro here too, but
Yeah, but I mean, still, like that should not work. But here we are with like something that actually improves the vehicle overall, and like you can see, like the redesign kind of took style cues from that.
yeah, oh yeah.
Like
It's a much more rounded
yeah.
front end. It does have some similarities. It's still got a smoother front end, but I mean the front bumper they put on still has all the body lines from the hood.
Yeah.
So
it's
pretty
really
good.
I'm very here for it.
Pretty
There you
good.
go.
Even has fog lights.
Yeah.
Which I don't think you got on the regular GTBR Z86.
No, those are optional.
Ooh, yeah. See, nobody's going to buy optional equipment. All right. You know how we talked about the Atlas and the VR6
Yes.
and how terrible the chains were on those? Well, the chains were also really bad on W12s, which is derived from 2 VR6 engines.
Fun fact, I'm aware that they're bad.
Cool.
Do you know why I'm aware?
No, Ron, tell me.
You know the Phaeton?
Oh, I sure do.
You know, I'll just be just a random Phaeton that shows up at Good Karma.
It's presumably a V8 one, right?
There was a solitary W12 that came through.
Oh, no.
And do you know the guy bought it
Oh, no.
sight unseen?
Ask me about cheap Phaetons.
Yeah, he's like, I got a great deal on a Phaeton. I'm like, oof.
That is not.
I think I actually said oof on the phone.
Did you ask, is it a 4.2?
I didn't. I wanted to. Yeah, I assumed it was a V8 because it was running at the time. He brings it in. He goes, "Yeah, I have a check engine light. It makes this weird click sound, like it's out of oil when I start it up, but it totally has oil in it." God, this timing chain's
How many
weird.
miles
I'm
are on
like,
this thing?
I just can't remember.
Like 8?
But enough. Like it was out of warranty because it was a Phaeton, but it was a 12-cylinder Phaeton.
I've seen
yep,
like 2 of those in my entire life.
I've seen one, and
Okay.
it was needed timing chains, and the guy had just bought it, and he sold it at a loss. Because I told him how much they were going to be. He goes, "That can't be right." I'm like,
Oh, it's right.
"Oh, it is very right." He goes, "What? It's a Volkswagen." I'm like, "It's not a Volkswagen. A Phaeton is not a Passat, and also a Passat is still not a normal car."
It's built like a Touareg. It's
Yes.
packaged like a Touareg. It's priced like a Bentley.
Well, I told him, like, this is a Bentley built to a price point. He goes, "What?" I'm like, "Yeah, no, a Phaeton is mechanically a Bentley,
Yeah.
but everything that was Bentley on it was made to be sold profitably within a Volkswagen price point." And he goes, "Oh, no."
It is literally a flying spur built cheaper with no turbos on it.
Yeah, it is just
There you go. Anyway, I recently have dealt with like advising people away from the W12, and I had forgotten that this was even still in production because
What?
Oh yeah, this is getting killed next year.
How is this in
The
production?
W12 is lasting longer than the VR6,
How is this? What?
and people still pay extra money for the W12 on top of the much better V8 that's in all the Bentley products and has been for over a decade. I don't get it. This is in the Bentayga. It's in the Continental. It's in.
I was going to look that up and
Yeah.
see what they were in, and then I accidentally closed all of them.
Well, it's mainly the Continental series and the Bentayga, but you can also get the much better V8 and all of those, and it's way cheaper.
Would totally get the V8.
The V8's the same speed.
And much more reliable.
It's much more reliable, and I'm not saying the 4OT is necessarily reliable, but it is
No, it's
much
not. It is
better.
literally not reliable, but this is objectively really not reliable.
This is actually worse in reliability than the VR6 on which it is based, and these are almost all maintained fairly well because they're all dealer serviced.
Wow, that's
So like
incredible.
they're so bad, and it's like it's mixing the timing chains of a 24-valve VR6 with like a 3.2 90-degree
I find
Audi
it so
engine.
interesting how
They're so bad.
Volkswagen just stuffed 2 of their 6-cylinder engines together, made possibly the worst engine, and Toyota did that and made possibly the best engine. Because Toyota did the 1GZ, the
The
1JZ
2 1Js.
V12s.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the brilliant engine, bulletproof, reliable,
Uh-huh.
great in every way, and this is not in any way.
It is so bad. And like there's a very good reason why you see running Continental GTs for like 20 grand.
Yeah.
It's because they need a repair bill of
They are-
$40,000
because they are running,
currently.
not driving.
Well, the transmissions aren't the issue. It is the engine. And
Driving implies that it will run consistently enough to get you away from your driveway.
I'm just good riddance
Oof.
to this terrible engine. I'm so happy the VR6 is going away. I'm so happy the W12 is going away.
These need Volkswagen as a whole needs to go away. Volkswagen needs to have a monument erected to its existence in Sarajevo, and then it just needs to disappear.
And there's a very good reason I wanted to do these 2 topics in a row, actually. It's because I want you to tell me, what's the first recall going to be now that we have images of the long wheelbase
Oh my God, yes!
ID7 that's coming to the United States of
look at
America?
That looks a lot like a Euro, man.
Yes, it does. We still have no specifications other than the length, which I put in the notes, which is 185.5 inches.
Well, so they've already recalled about every part of the electrical system at this point.
On all of the IDs, yep.
Yep, on all the IDs.
Also, the infotainment is still terrible.
Infotainment's bad.
But yeah, what do you think? What's going to be the first catastrophic thing as soon as we get U.S. market
I'm
dual
gonna
motor
say
ID7s?
The rear doors are probably going to have an electrical fault that causes them not to close fully, and this is going to be due to, because they stretched the chassis.
Yeah.
This will be due to chassis flex.
Oh, okay.
Because I bet the only thing that they're going to use to reinforce this chassis is going to be the skateboard, and the rest is just going to be loosey goosey.
That's honestly better than what I thought you were going to say, which is there's going to be an electrical fault in the rear doors, which deadbolts them.
No, they're gonna open. Like it's be, some fucking poor kid's gonna fall out on a freeway in Atlanta and get like hit by like 1,000-mile-an-hour Charger, driven by like God's drunkest driver. It's gonna be the worst situation for Volkswagen. Like it's absolutely. I'm gonna say the rear doors. They're gonna open up.
All right.
Honey, what do you think the first recall is gonna be on the new ID Buzz? Now they have an American version.
Yeah, when the long wheelbase comes
They
here.
extended they extended the rear end to be longer for America.
Do the handles disappear like the Teslas?
They do not. They are
Okay.
regular
So
poverty
the
door
handles
handles.
are safe. Oh,
Well, yeah, as long
for
as
now.
they work. Yeah.
Volkswagen historically has terrible
God.
seatbelts. It could be a rust issue. Are they made of steel?
I don't think so, actually. Largely a composite.
I think the back end will fall off.
Just
Not the
off.
front end, the back end.
the all of it.
Oh, you know
shit.
All
what?
of it.
Actually, piggybacking off of Jana, I have a alternative answer.
Okay.
I think
tell.
that they are going to have a ferrous metal based fastener that corrodes an aluminum piece that causes
Dissimilar metal corrosion.
a dissimilar metal corrosion that causes like
Some structural huge problem where they all
Yes.
have to be totaled out.
if it's going to be the door or it's going to be that, which is going to be that's how Jana's the rear end falls off or something. Like there's going to be a dissimilar metal used in a fastener that creates a problem with the chassis.
Just
Yeah.
look at it. The back end's gonna fall off.
Yeah.
I think that since this all shares the same underpinning as I think it's MEB, it's like ID3 and ID4.
Yeah.
They didn't upsize the ball joints enough for the weight, so I think the front ball joints are just going to be defective and fall apart.
Yeah.
So that's what I think is going to
It's
happen.
either a ball joint, it's going to be a dissimilar metal
Or the
bolt.
car is going to fall off.
The car's going to fall off, or the door's just open.
And a child is going to fall off on the highway in Atlanta and get
By God's drunkest driver in a Charger.
All right, we'll see in a couple of years' time who's right.
Yeah, I'll be the next World Cup of cars. We'll have
Not if we're right, but who's right.
yeah, one of us will be. There's no way that the ID Buzz makes its entire production cycle without having some sort of catastrophic manufacturer safety recall.
Everywhere along the way of Scott's limiting of the ID4 process, in my brain, I hear our episode. Volkswagen will find a way to screw this up. Mark my words.
They're gonna fuck it up. It's Volkswagen. I have no faith in this company.
And that's
It's exactly what they did.
segued off the last couple topics, too. You should have no faith in
There's
this company.
no reason to trust Volkswagen with anything ever. Like they're
How-
the worst possible company.
How they're one of the world's largest auto manufacturers is completely beyond me.
They are. I've said this for years because like back when I worked at Good Karma, I had to deal with a lot of people that were like upset Volkswagen owners. Like, why do so many people buy Volkswagens? Like, really, not that many people do, but it's just that they have a lot of small.
They're very
companies.
loud people.
They're very loud. The 5 people that own Volkswagens. I would tell them, I'd be like, I'm like, listen, it's not anything that you did wrong. They have a really, really good marketing department.
Mm-hmm. And a lot of people comment on those purchases when the cars are new and largely functional.
Yeah, and that was kind of my thing. Is like I said, I'm like, Volkswagen people don't hold on to cars. Like Honda people, like most Honda people that I know, like Andrew Chase, he has his first car, which was a Honda.
Mm-hmm.
My friend Cody has his first car, which was an EM1. I have a lot of friends. Like I don't have my first Honda, but I still have had my Civic since 2010.
I still have a Mercedes. Well, I have a Mercedes again.
New spot his Accord in like 2008. Like a lot of my Honda friends have owned their cars for longer than some of our listeners may have been alive. Like Honda people hold on to cars because they're reliable and good. Volkswagen people, Volkswagen. This is the thing: as a Honda person saying, I've owned so many Hondas. I've owned 3, but those 3 cars account for their entire life.
Right.
Volkswagen people like, I've owned so many Volkswagens. I've owned 50, and it's like, how long have you had a car? He's like, I bought my first car in 2015. It's just like,
Oh God.
They put the same set of wheels and coilovers
That's like
on like
somebody
15 different cars. Like,
that exclusively adopts like death row dogs.
yeah,
Like, I understand you love dogs and that's a fantastic thing you're doing, but yeah, you're gonna go through a lot of those.
yeah, no, don't do that.
They're not gonna
Yeah,
last.
they're not good. They're just not gonna be good at all. So
Rip.
you know how Darren bought
Twingo?
his Twingo?
I sure do.
Yes.
I love that.
Apparently, he's like making the rounds on the internet. Like people have been telling his story because it's such a ridiculous story.
It is. Well, everything he does is a ridiculous
Everything he does
story.
is a
But
ridiculous
it's all
story.
good storytelling. I like it.
But yeah, I saw an article about him and his friend having bought cars while they're at a work conference in CERN.
Has DeMiro plagiarized it yet?
No, not yet. Don't
Okay,
worry.
cool.
It'll only be a very short period of time. Because
I was listening to this.
Darren's friend Victoria is trying to get him into automotive journalism, and Darren will find out firsthand how much of a scumbag Doug DeMiro is.
I was listening to the Smoking Tire episode where he was on, and it started to like really trigger me when he kept touting like how good of a writer he was.
He's not a good writer. Nope. You're not a good fucking writer.
Ooh.
You're a fucking hack.
Oof knob.
I am a good writer. You, Doug DeMiro, are a scumbag. You've done nothing with your life. You grew a mole and you have a TV show. Fuck you.
Not even a TV show.
A fucking YouTube show.
YouTube show.
Fucking scumbag. He's done nothing with it. He's personally done nothing of value. If Doug DeMiro didn't exist, the world would be the exact
The same place.
Like, all he is he's an aggregator of other people's stuff. Like,
But aggregating in the worst possible way
Exactly.
is without credit due.
so,
Sorry, I derailed this.
yes, we did. But anyway, yeah. So, I saw a story, like, not written by Darren or anything, but like about Darren's journey, like on a third-party website. I'm like, hey, yeah,
Woo!
Cool. Darren did a very cool thing. He bought his Twingo. I'm
It's-
very proud of him.
I love
Yeah.
seeing pictures of the Twingo. And like the day he got it, he drove it to work. And I'm just like, yes, yes, yes.
Very good. 10 out of 10.
Scott was making the point that we're going to see a lot more multiplas coming in next year because they're legal.
Good.
I know.
Multiples are cursed. I'm
I
absolutely.
hate them, but I also really love them.
They're so bad they're good.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. God, that's like dealing with a Soviet car.
Well, I mean, that's the thing. Soviet cars are usually very pretty because Fiat.
But they're still bad.
Fiat was. You know why there's so many Soviet cars, right? That are Italian and very pretty. Because Fiat was based out of Turin. Turin had a communist government, like municipally. Like Turin municipally had a commune within the larger like capitalist country of Italy. Because Italy wasn't like super anti-communist; they're just like part of NATO.
Do what you're going to do. Just don't
Yeah.
take over my wine grove.
Exactly. And so, and like it made sense because Italy's like a lot more accepting of things like that. And so, Turin being the communist-y place it is, a lot of Yugoslavian politicians would go there, and a lot of Soviet politicians and business owners, bosses, whatever you'd call them.
Execs.
Yeah, so all those executives would go to Turin, and that's how they'd meet like Italian designers and stuff. Is they'd make like one very pretty car that everybody could have, and
Sure.
that's why when you look at communist cars, they like people are like, oh, they're so ugly or so dumb. I'm like, what is ugly about this? Like specifically, like,
You're just used to it.
like what is ugly about a Wartburg other than the name? Like a Wartburg is actually a good looking.
You say
car.
Wartburg, and I think of a piano.
Wartburg.
Yeah.
There you go. if you look at a Wartburg car, it's actually a perfectly reasonable looking. Like if you put this in context in 1985 Europe,
It's good. The
It's a
problem
good car.
is, like, people are like, they associate an old design with a bad design, which is not right.
yeah, no, old designs are good.
Because, like, a 1978 Fiat design made in 1998 is old.
Yeah, that's not a bad thing though.
No.
That's very good. That's actually brilliant. That
But
should.
the car itself was very mediocre.
Yeah, but mediocrity is what sells.
Correct. And it's also perfect for communism.
So apparently, I just have one more little topic
Mm-hmm.
that I found was looking into that.
It's all good.
And also, it's only been a 45-minute episode. We don't want to give our patrons a short episode.
Screw the patrons.
And don't forget,
I
I still
did
have
see
to go
this.
over the honeymoon too.
Oh yeah, Janos has to go over the honeymoon
That works.
as well.
I saw this. I'm glad you brought it up, actually.
Yes, why don't you put this on the screen? An Indian car maker, Tata, might hypothetically revive the Honda Element as a sub $2,000 EV.
20,000.
Sorry, not $20,000 EV is the Tata Rave.
I think they should do that because there are
I'm-
a huge number of people that adore the Element.
Yeah, the Element has a weird. I was
They're all
describing.
good people, too. Like, everyone I met when I was parting out the first Element was, like, awesome.
Speaking of weird cars,
Sure. That's all we do.
you know, Toyota brought they announced the Crown and everything,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Which,
When they announced the Crown in the United States, all of the Avalon apologists were up in arms in Toyota's post. It was incredible. The Avalon apologist community is one of my favorite markets.
is it better or worse than the Honda Pilot owners community?
Honda or the Toyota Avalon apologist and Toyota Venza enjoyer community?
Well, first or second gen Venza.
They're the same people. It's the two sides of the same coin, my guy.
But the first gen Venza was interesting. The second gen Venza is a RAV4.
No, second gen Venza is the best possible
It's a crossover.
hybrid crossover that you could buy in America, because a second gen Venza is effectively a cheap Lexus. It's a very
Yeah,
pretty,
but it's a crossover.
it's a bad vehicle objectively, but is objectively a bad vehicle. But as far as within that category of shit, that is the best that you can get,
Okay.
because it is just it's an affordable Lexus at that point.
My boss's wife did get an NX hybrid, and I'm like, it's great, but you could have had like 15 grand less for the same vehicle.
Yeah, and that would be the Venza. Anyway, so Toyota posted on Facebook a photo of the Crown,
Which
and
is not
there's
a car anymore.
309 comments, and I'd reckon to say at least 45 of those are Toyota Avalon apologists saying, this should have been an Avalon. You canceled the Avalon for this? I can't believe this. There's one post, I screenshotted it. It was possibly one of the most beautiful things I've ever read in my entire life.
Oh my god.
This is going to be great radio for one
Of course.
second. Because I have to scroll up and find...
For those listening, the new Toyota Crown announcement is like a lifted crossover-ish thing that is sort of similar looking to the first-gen Venza, or like an Acura ZDX. Like, it's a lifted, like, cut-back roof CUV. But yeah, Avalon apologists, boy, they have bought every generation religiously on launch day since 1997.
All right, so this
And-
is a post I screenshotted.
Those cars can do no wrong.
Toyota USA's post here. This is a guy named Frank. He said,
Tell me, Frank.
nice if you like a sporty look. In parentheses, I don't. 6 asterisks later, much prefer the Avalon, which was classy and elegant. Period. New sentence. Still miss my 2012 metallic sky blue Avalon. 4 asterisks. It was a masterpiece.
You couldn't pay somebody to shill that well.
No, this is a real life Toyota Avalon.
Thank you, Frank.
Frank the
Your
apologist.
sky blue Toyota paint code 8DO.
It's
Wow.
just incredible.
Wow.
I'm so excited about that. Like,
Wow.
yeah, Avalon apologists and Venza enjoyers are two sides of the same coin, because this, like, when I'm not sure, I told you about when the Venza was originally discontinued, that like all the Venza people like scoured every used car market finding old Venzas, and they like, did not depreciate until they like re-released it, because Venza owners kept buying Venzas.
No, I understand.
It's just like Ridgeline owners, like nobody else. It's just like, what the fuck? It's just a truck. Like, go buy a Hyundai Palisade or like a Hyundai Veracruz,
the Santa Cruz.
a Veracruz, the slightly larger Santa Cruz.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
The Veracruz. Yeah, like that's what you want. Is you want a Veracruz.
I didn't know they did 2 pickups.
No. Sorry, I was saying the like for the equivalent of a Venza.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought we were talking about the pickups.
No, but Hyundai does make diesel pickup in South America.
So the Santa Cruz
No,
is
it's
available?
just it's very cursed.
Oh, okay.
It looks like one of those little Amigos, but like with like modern bodywork.
Oh, no. Oh, it's like a
very
city
bad.
golf
Very
pickup.
But anyway, so this getting back on the topic of this.
Again, we never derail
Yeah.
stuff here on Carbitrage.
So basically, what this would be is Tata is buying
Like the tooling?
the tooling for the Element and making them in India with a new front end, a great looking front end that actually looks like a Wartburg, and then they're just going to sell them very cheap.
I am about that?
Yeah, no, this is not bad.
Can we have them?
I assume? I don't know.
You could definitely go to India, staple a U.S. market front end on that thing, show them your title, and bring it in.
Absolutely. Nobody's going to give a shit.
No.
No.
Like-
This is totally just an American truck. Like, that's incredible. The thing is, I want the EV front end because it looks
I do
brilliant.
too.
It
Well,
looks
I
like,
know. Keep it.
Yeah, no, the front end looks like a modern Wartburg.
It looks fantastic.
Yeah,
It's
it's
got big wheels on it. It's an SC bodywork. It's a late one.
yeah, no, it's very good.
Also, elements are great, which just happens to be a fact.
Yeah, no, that is an objective truth. Could you just Google really quickly a Wartburg 353 so you can see the front end I'm talking about? It looks just like a Wartburg,
Yes, I can.
the white one. Yeah, see? Same front end. Square headlights. The wraparound hood.
Yeah, that's
That's the same front end. It's literally that front end. And
it.
you,
Just
it-
isn't though.
No,
it has
is.
square headlights,
It's
but
square
that's
headlights with the same size square fog lights below it. It's got the hood.
I see where you're coming from.
It's the same front end.
But
Because, well, if you look at there's the Wartburg 1.3 looks even more like it because the later body style updates where they switched how the grille was designed, it looked even more like it. Like
Well,
the Wartburg totally. It's a Wartburg. It looks like a Wartburg.
fine. They should just call it the Wartburg.
Wartburg is a great brand.
Tata
for a car.
Wartburg.
A Tata Wartburg. Hell yeah, give me that.
Oh man, I'm gonna go out to the nature with my Wartburg.
Yes, I'm here for it. Ooh, wow. Holy crap. All right, well, I got some pooping material for later. Classic and Sports Car did an article comparing a Moskvich 1500 to a Wartburg Knight to a Autovaz 2101, which is a Lotta Revo.
So happy to know that I am not even close to the most like screwed up car enthusiast ever.
No, that's me.
Well, you're up there.
I'm very excited. I'm actually going to read this article this evening. This sounds great.
When you're in for your evening constitution.
For my evening constitution, yes. Honey, before we round out, why don't you talk about what our plans are for the
So
honeymoon?
originally,
Let's do
I
it.
just wanted to go to Italy, and Ryan was like, "Ugh, Italy, that's boring."
I don't like Italy.
And
I like
was
parts of
like,
Italy.
"What are you talking about? They have volcanoes, and it's Italy. Like, come on."
And it's laden with Fiat's 500.
Exactly. So I'm like, I really want to go to Italy. I've always wanted to go to Italy. I think that would be fun. And so I finally convinced him on Italy because he looked up a bunch of like cool places. So we're probably going to go to like 3 different places in Italy. So like spend the first chunk of our trip like several days in Italy, and the rest would probably only could be like a couple days. But
Like a week in Italy and then like a couple days. And
yeah. And so we're doing a winding trip through Eastern Europe.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
That sounds phenomenal.
doesn't it?
I bet there's shockingly good wineries in Eastern Europe.
Yeah,
Because like
actually,
also-
that is a real thing. In Romania, they do have wineries. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wine is best at altitude, and they've got nothing but mountains there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we love trains, so you just hop on a train and go to all
too.
these places.
Which
so
is good because you're
The
I
number
forget
one
the Zaz.
places we
Yes.
want to go is the Happy Cemetery in Romania, because why
There's
not?
a cemetery in Romania. So in Romanian funeral culture, cemeteries are treated
Funerary culture.
cemeteries are treated similar to public parks.
Just
so,
like
like-
they originally were in the U.S.
Yeah, so like you're supposed to go there, and like in the U.S., like every cemetery that's like old is very beautiful because you're supposed to like hang out there and like picnic.
Like Lakewood.
Yeah, like Lakewood, you're supposed to picnic there.
Hey, dead guy.
Take
And
strolls.
so in Romania, like they have like little coffee shops and stuff, and like you're supposed to like go in, patronize the cemetery.
They should still do that.
Yeah, and so the Happy Cemetery takes that a step further by having handmade wood carved headstones with jokes about how you died and how you lived, with a hand drawn picture about on your headstone.
All right.
Isn't it great?
I mean, it's a lot better than like father of 8,
Yeah, no, they're great.
good Catholic man.
And then
The Johnsons.
we also, so there's that, and then we want to go to the Salt Caves in Poland.
The Letska salt mine is a 16th century town entirely built within a salt mine in Poland
Wow.
that is still inhabited.
You're gonna find a lot of rusty cars in that town.
I know, right? I'm not buying my car from there.
And then
It's like a
that
Katrina car.
is only a 45-minute drive away from Auschwitz. So we're also going to visit
I
Auschwitz.
being a Jewish person, I do need to go there at some point
Yeah.
in my life. Like that,
and
that's
so
that's
we're
a
just
thing
like, we're
that
going
has
to
to
be
happen.
in vicinity, so might as well add that to that.
Well, I was in the area, so I might as well just go to Auschwitz.
Is that Auschwitz? My mother's 335 went to Dachau and Auschwitz.
And then obviously Austria to go see.
The Graft in Swift, Franz Ferdinand death car.
And so we're just adding all these weird things.
but-
It's gonna be like
well-
a 2-month trip.
Well, no, this is the thing is like the getting to Vienna from the city we'd be living in Italy is going to be about a half of a day train ride. So if we just we can just go to the museum for our afternoon. I uploaded a photo of at the bottom below my Autopian link of the Romanian Mary Cemetery.
Oh,
It's literally. I want to go here so fucking
it's a
bad.
wood carving of a lady getting hit by a car.
On her headstone.
So she was only alive she was 3?
Yes. And so this is how you. But this the thing is like, it's a really good coping mechanism.
That's
It's,
true,
it's
'cause this is
humor.
hilarious.
Yeah, and so it's a really
How
good.
did Gam Gam die? Come with me.
Yes, exactly. So absolutely 10 out of 10 brilliant. I want to go to this
We're also
So
gonna stop
colorful. Oh my
in
God.
Ukraine.
to get my Zaz.
Yeah.
And I want to go to Pravda Brewing. So
Yeah, and so.
it's a brewery I've wanted to go to for over a year. So
Maybe like a bonus tank if it's just laying around.
Yeah.
yeah, hey, maybe I can finally get my UAZ Patriot that I had wrongfully taken from me because of a warmongering old man.
But yeah, we were just like Googling, and we can get to all these places via train.
Public transport in Europe is fantastic.
Yeah, the only one that would be a little bit difficult by train is the Mary Cemetery. But
Yeah.
at that point, if I'm buying a Zaz in Lviv, I could just drive it there. Like it's like an hour.
And
drive.
hopefully that car is not the cause of you getting a colorful wooden headstone.
Yes.
And if I die in Romania, I'd be happy to do it. And
Great, then I'm gonna have to go to Romania and find your headstone and be like, Jesus.
yeah, and then you get to have a brilliant experience. And if possible, this one's like very bottom of the list. I would like to end the trip in Sofia, Bulgaria, because in Bulgaria, they have a bunch of old Soviet brutalist architecture like everywhere. And on top of that, it's one of the cheapest countries in Europe to go to because nobody lives there. And Sofia is one of the oldest towns in Europe. And it largely escaped most of the devastation of both world wars. in
Should
the
we
30
bomb
years.
Bulgaria? Pfft, why?
Exactly. Like Bulgaria kicked ass in World War
I
One
think it has the oldest synagogue too.
in Europe. I think so. But like Bulgaria, like didn't really. It was kind of saved from most of the effects like of bombing from World War II, World War One. Bulgaria pretty much won. Like they kicked the shit out of the Austro-Hungarian Empire and the Turks. So like Sofia was never really damaged. Like the last time it was, I don't even think it was involved in the 30 Years' War. So like, literally the last like 200 years of like problems in Europe, and like Napoleon never went there. So it's not been like, it hasn't really been invaded since the Ottoman Empire, like the fall of like Constantinople. Like, it's been a really long time since like Bulgaria's had like any major problems.
You guys have way better reasons for visiting places than I do.
I overthink the shit out of things.
I'm like, I kind of want to go to Ireland and drink with some gingers.
Nope. Don't think about that. Also, I'm married, so can't think about that.
You
What?
could still go drink with gingers, you just can't take them home.
Why would I want to do that? Going to Ireland and getting drunk with a bunch of redheaded women? No.
I want to do that. Sounds fantastic.
I mean, that sounds like a good time.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Anyway,
Again, you can just do that at a bar and skip the second step. It's
so
good.
yeah, but like,
like-
I'm like, I want to go to like Vietnam. Like, why do I want to go to Vietnam? I want a cheap suit. I want to go to Ha Long Bay. I want to.
Also, a country full of Vespas and Soviet motorcycles,
Yeah, I'm totally
That's-
bringing back.
and you would
I'm
have
bringing
so many
a
millions of
Vespa
dong.
back from Italy. For
Do it.
sure.
Do it. Please
Yeah.
get an electric one.
Because I've refused to travel Italy by car.
Although they're
Piaggio,
500s.
a Piaggio Ape.
Oh yeah.
That'd be the one you want.
Yeah, well-
It's a Vespa pickup.
Yeah. I mean, that's two birds, one stone. I mean,
I have my tiny pickup. Janet has a Vespa.
solved.
Bada bing, bada
There you
boom.
go. Perfect.
Yeah, I want. I
What
want
are you doing? Oh, we have to drive it to the port.
It's gonna be yeah.
It's gonna be 80 days.
I want to eventually go to Ireland and Iceland and Scotland.
That will
but
not be on
that's
this
not
trip-
going to
on
be on
this
this
trip.
trip.
No, especially Iceland, because it's beautiful, but holy, is it expensive.
But yeah, I think Italy would be good. And the thing is, when you bring the Vespa to America, you have to get a vanity plate that says Gabagool.
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 Does that fit?
I don't know.
Gabagol.
Perfect.
I know that was my third choice.
Oh man.
That was my third choice for a license.
I'm glad I'll probably never have another Italian thing except for like maybe an electric Vespa. But I'm just going to convert mine. As soon as they like have a prolific model in the States.
There's got to be like a Lamborghini that's cheap that's worth buying.
I don't think so.
I'm sure a Lamborghini.
We already have a Lamborghini. It's fine.
It's not yours though.
That's more mine than yours. I own several percent of it. That's like my whole thing.
True.
So, okay, at car shows, another tangent. This is what we do. Like,
Yeah.
somebody walking in, is that yours? You know what? I'm going to answer yes because I own like 5% of that car. So,
Yeah.
sure.
It's easier than explaining.
Would the 50% owner or the 45% owner have any issue with me saying that? Hell no.
Also, when you own your own Italian car, your Ferrari,
Yeah.
people still say, "Is that your dad's car?" So might as well just.
That was the last time I drove that car to a public car show.
That was so funny. I love
I just
that.
saw a
When I
picture
parked it in the
of
BMW
me
area.
holding your trophy next to the 8 Series because you didn't have mittens and it was cold.
Oh, yeah. I took it to, like, it was one of Tyler's shows at the, in fact,
Yeah.
this show,
Oh.
Auto Beer Fest. But it was at the end of the season. I had Corey drive Mr. Wags, and I drove the 850, and it was like best BMW. But like I was the only two BMWs there.
You're gonna win.
Gonna win and did.
Congratulations.
So there you go.
Yeah.
All right.
I saw that picture and I was like, I'm only the trophy because Eric's hands are cold.
Thank you, Jana, for judging me for my cold hands.
No, I wasn't judging you. I just thought it was funny that I was just.
It's okay.
All right. Well, thank you for listening, and we will see you next week.
I will see you maybe.
Possibly, Jan will see you eventually.
Jana will be back at some point.
Yeah.
Ryan and I will see you next week.
Bye.
I bought Mr. Wags 8 years ago today.
Oh wow! Look at that. That's
I know.
good news.
Bye, everybody.